Hey queers, Painter here. Welcome back to Minecraft Mondays! Woo! Today, well, we got a lot to do, so let's get right to it, shall we? First things first, I'm gonna throw a little bit of lapis on my pickaxe. Now the reason for this is lapis gives you luck, meaning when you use it, you're more likely to get bonus ores. And, curiously, lapis will stack on itself, so if you use it, you will get more instances of it. So that's a thing. I'm going to bring a good deal of redstone, and all we have to do is wait for those to finish cooking, and we'll be ready to move on. Ah yes, real quick. You can use a chisel to do this, but you can also do it like this. Turn bricks into bricks. Or stone into bricks. Yeah! Alright. Let's go to sleep. When we wake up, this stuff should be done smelting. Okay, so while we wait for that to finish smelting, because it's still not done, I'm going to make something fun. I'm going to make an iron door. Actually, I'm going to make 3 of them, so we can make a Malice's door factory. So I'm going to need a few more iron ingots for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And boop. So that's, and then we just need a piston, which is cobblestone, wood, iron, and redstone. Easy peasy. Actually, I don't need to do that, because so we do it like that. We put a little block of iron there. We put a little bit of redstone there. And then we have to go over here to get 3 wood. Can be any wood. And then viola. We got a piston. And then we put these here. And we put these here. And then we put that there. And we get a door factory. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. What about the block mixer? 2 pistons. You know what? Let's make that as well. Yoink. And then do 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 do. 6 there. Drag it across the top. More pistons. And then we put them on sides like that, right? Wait, we wanted the block mixer. Oh, and then we just and I'll figure out what exactly the block mixer does later. But I'm sure it'll be interesting. I am actually tempted to build new furnaces just to make it so I can burn other things while I'm smelting these, but that's what we're making the new house for. You know what, I'm going to set the block mixer down. So what if I did this and that? That's actually kind of cool. I wonder how it'll be different when we apply other blocks to it. But that is a mystery for another day. Oh God, my knees! Look, just because I'm immortal, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt to break my knees. Give me the potatoes! Give me all of the potatoes. Oh yeah, found some bamboo, planted that, watching it grow. Got this stuff growing. The next time you see this garden, it's probably going to be all full up, but that's for another day. I need to stop doing that. I just ate that was 4 loaves of bread. And I'm still pretty hungry. Alright, what do we got? 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Excellent. All we gotta do is be a little patient. That was weird. It keeps happening! Aye. So yeah, we just make some bricks. And now, let's go over to the new house, shall we? I will meet you there. The cows I captured ended all the way up in the desert. I'm sorry, cows. Alright, here we are. Yeah, I worked a little bit on it. Made it nice and pretty. Or a little bit bigger, at the very least, so that it actually can fit things, and well, you'll see what I mean by that in time. But this is going to be where the floor is, right? And then we're going to have some of the we're going to have the walls up here. It's going to look great. But that's the thing we actually have to get started on. So go away, dirt, and come here, black basalt brick. Actually, I am going to put the door factory and the block mixer down. Yee. This is fun, but we'll look into that later. I want to create the outside of this place first. All right, let's begin. Okay, so I'm not the best builder in the world, but I'm decent enough that I feel like I can give you a few tips. So while I'm speeding things along here, let me just tell you a few of the tricks and tips to making a house that doesn't look like a wooden box. The first rule is don't make your house a square or a rectangle. Look at houses in real life. None of them are squares or rectangles. Some of them are made up of squares and rectangles, but most of them are not. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a house that was just a square or a rectangle. Meanwhile, you can also include other shapes if you're competent enough. Octagons and circles look really nice if you can get them to work in this world. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is if you want a house to look good, you have to account for the fact that you're going to want a ceiling and a floor that's more or less unique to each room. And if you want to do that, then you have to have at least 1 space, 2 spaces for each floor to account for that. So what you see me doing here is, well, you'll see me doing it in a bit, is I'm counting out to make sure that everything fits and that there's enough room for a ceiling and the floor line, which I've already accounted for by having that divot. You thought it was just there for aesthetics, but no! It was planned! So, you have that, and tip number 3, you can fit in spaces that are 2 meters at least. Don't make your house 2 meters big. Make your house at least 3 meters big. Because then it feels very cramped and claustrophobic, and nobody likes that when they're walking through your house. So give them a little space to run and jump and yeah, see this is where I'm like trying to calculate where the roof and the ceiling and the floor would be. Anyway, so yeah, give your house a little bit of jumping room. I have it at least 3 on every floor. You can have more or less if you... Well, actually, no, don't have less. If you have less, it will look ugly. You can have more if you like, and one good way to really make a house look nice is to have that space increase and decrease. Like, have a second floor that overlooks the first floor so that you have, like, twice the space in that one area. Because real houses also do that. The final tip I'm going to give you is add depth. By that I mean put stairs and half slabs on the outside of your house, or make little outcroppings or something. Make your house not flat. Add detail and texture to the outside. The inside you can be a little flatter with because it's the inside. People don't necessarily like rooms that are poking out at them. But you set all that up. You have a good-looking house that'll be at least as decent as mine. And admittedly, mine's not very decent. I'm the painter, not the builder. I paint things. I can build, but that's not my specialty. I'm no Shim from the Yogscast. Anyway, I'm going to let past painter take it over here because something incredibly stupid is about to happen. Spoiler alert! Oh, fudge nuts, a blood moon? Now? Ugh. I don't need many things, and the blood moon is one of them. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's get down. You know what? We need doors. Actually, you know what? No, we don't. gonna lock up that entrance nice and tight. And, I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of a roof here. So that doesn't happen. Oh boy. Really? Really? Well, let's wait for the blood moon to end. Come back then. I have had it! Well, that horrible nightmare of pain and terror is over. No, I'll get rid of the arrows because I don't need them. So, yeah. We made it back. Joy. You get out of my house! How did you even get in here? It starts to feel hot to the touch. +1 fiery! Oh, yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for. I now have a flaming sword. Also, on the way here, I killed some dudes and they gave me uncommon treasure bags. We'll open them in a minute. I want to get this roof done. Oh. Get rid of the death waypoints too, because... Well, that I think is sufficient for now. With these bones and strings and gunpowder and Mnecio essence and withering dust and miniature red hearts and all that stuff out here. See if I can find those arrows I threw away. Here they are. Enjoy. Yes, I did make some more beetroot soup to come here on time. Alright, so this is more or less the floor plan for our house. I've kind of set it up like I explained so that we kind of have everything where we want it to be. And we can have floors and roofs of unique coloring in every area of the house. Also, I do like how there's sort of a weird corrupty thing going on. One of my more incompetent design decisions, if I do say so myself. Alright. So let's get working on doors. You know, let's just experiment with some Sakura wood. So vault, lure sound type. How about jail door? Let's see. We want this for the frame, of this for the top block material, and this for the bottom block material. Boop. 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 Let's see what happens. You know, I kind of like how that looks. Ah! Oh, that is so cool! I do think it's a little too dramatic, though, for an entrance to a house. Even if it is an evil volcano lair. Do I seriously not have an axe? Oh, that's right. I was gonna make an axe at the beginning of this episode. Oh well. Alright. And we can modify... Yoink. What about, double sliding right? Let's see what that looks like. Also very cool, but maybe I'm planning to have a little door to the animal paddock that I'm gonna move over here. So maybe there, and then we'll have it have the what is it, the shoji door sound effects. Rotating and replacing. And maybe just big door. Yoink. Let's see what this will do for us. I kind of like that. Well, let's see what other options we have, though. Oh yeah, you can also make a door coated. We're going to be doing that. Rotating up and down? It's a moth! Oh, that's one to remember. Oh, I like that. All right, let's try one more that sounds interesting. Rotating around. I think I think this is it, guys. I think that will be my door. Neat. All right. So, all that set up. All right. Well, I was down here digging holes and crap. My thing got an upgrade. Check it out. My hammer is now boosted in mining XP. Its mining level has been upgraded to 10. And there's room for another modifier. And it also has reinforced 1. So that's kind of cool. I will see you all a little bit later when I'm finished with this project. I'm also going to stop back at home and give this thing the proper coverage it deserves. By which I mean I'm going to give it some moss. Because moss saves the world. Alright, see you then. Okay, we're back home. And let's get that ball of moss I've been saving for a rainy day onto Magenhild. Yeah. So, bronze large plate. Oh, 2 of them apparently. Alright, and with that, I also picked up some glowstone items along the way. Actually, you know, I'm going to take those back. And I think... No, let's see what's in these gift baggies. An enchanted book of blast protection, some more gold coins, and... That looks like it. And the last one I got, an iron sword with light pierce 2 and an ender pearl. Those are very valuable indeed. Okay. Well, I'm going to cook me some potatoes, and once that's finished, I'm going to head on back over to the new house and probably gather a metric butt ton of supplies along the way, because we're going to do the roof next, and that's going to be fun. It's not. By the way, gold coins will smelt into the equivalent amount of golden nuggets. We don't really have a use for gold coins at the moment, so let's smelt them down just so we can have something we can actually make use of, shall we? Oh crap, another blood moon? Really? Really? Ugh. Let's barricade ourselves in. Found some Endermen. Well, apparently setting them on fire makes them run away. Note to self for the future, just you know, reference. It's gonna be very hard to get those ender pearls with this weapon. You know what? I had a thought. You can't sleep in a bed during the blood moon. What about a sleeping bag? Don't feel tired. Damn. it was a thought. Holy God, the sun rises at last! I have had so many holes put in my floor. I'm going to go clean up the rest of the house if any of them happen to have snuck in somewhere they don't belong. And then we'll get started on the big show, shall we? It's nice that we're right next to a village. But yes, behold! Here is the completed framework for the house. Now, it's not completely completed. Obviously, it needs a roof. And I also want to do a great deal bit more exterior detailing. And this is, of course, just the outside. Yes, and I did change the doors. I'm not sure if I talked about that. For you'll see, it should be a lot of fun. Alright, first, now I have my night sight on, and what that does is it lets me know what areas are dark enough for the ne'er-do-wells to spawn in. And I can just place my torches like so, and roughly the whole place gets illuminated. If it's red, it means that place can spawn monsters all the time. If it's yellow, that means it will spawn monsters at night. I'm going to be lighting up the roof as best I can here, but let's finish the roof first, shall we? So what I want is some... Ow! Hold on, gotta go back down. Stupid gravity. This is the hard part of building structures without flight. Don't worry, my friends. In time, we shall have that most marvelous of abilities. But not today. Alright. Ow! Well, as long as I'm down here. Cool. Then we'll drop back here. Now you'll see I have a lot of granite. This may not even be enough to cover the whole roof. It might be, it might not be. I don't know. You make it the same way you make stones. Stone brick. You just find a bunch of granite and combine it all together. There was a plethora of it down in the basement. I was originally thinking of making this out of diorite, because dioga! But I decided against it for reasons. Yoink! Alright, now we're gonna carefully tiptoe over here. Tiptoe to the window. Oh, that poor tree got set on fire. Easy does it. I do not like heights. I didn't even get that brick, did I? Ugh. Just cost me my kneecaps! So, before I go on to the finer points of detailing roofs, I thought I'd just tell you that yes, I do have superpowers. I've mentioned that before, didn't I? I'll explain them more later, now's not the time. So, step number 1 for roofs. Your roof should never end the same place your house ends. But, because it always has to cover the entirety of your house, it is always going to be out past the, I call it the house line, where the house stops being there. So that's rule number 1. If you just have it on top of the house, it looks silly. Most roofs extend past out the house, which is cool. The other big thing about the construction of roofs is use stairs and half slabs. Those do a really good job in helping things level out. I was originally planning to use half slabs for this roof, but I sort of decided not to for reasons. Basically, the slope was a little too... It wasn't dramatic enough for me when I was working on it. So I didn't use the half slabs and instead just ended up using stairs for the whole thing. But those stairs make it look really nice. A tip for when you're placing stairs as well. Always click where you want the stair to go. I know that sounds weird, but... And it's hard to explain if you haven't actually done it. But stairs will shape up based on where they need to be. So for instance, you'll see whenever I'm placing down a corner piece, it automatically folds to the other corner piece. But if I just came in from the side and clicked there, it would be a corner piece anyway. If you click the top section of a brick when you're trying to place a stair, a mistake you see me make several times, it will be upside down, which can also be very useful and help creating that depth I was talking about earlier. But so just know how stairs work. Spend some time experimenting them to figure out how they get placed in the world and what to do. I was thinking about adding a roof here, but I decided I'd do that later off screen. And I'm gonna go. I'm not dealing with this today. Anyone else want to cause problems? You want to cause trouble, sheep? Rip your throat out. So yeah, I think we have like a nice little house here. It's not perfect, but I don't know, it's nice and quaint for what it is. I think I'm gonna end the episode off here. Maybe while you're taking your nap, you can wake up in surprise to see if I've done things like lit up the roofs or and I think it'd be interesting to have a little bit of the roof over here, kind of over this deck patio area. And I'm also going to do a little bit of detailing, but you'll see all of that in the next episode. Oh! See you then. Bye-bye!